Hi dears, observe this question. GATE 2024, very important, 2 marks question. Don't confuse. The question is the complete solution for the differential equation of d square y by dx square plus 2 dy by dx minus 3y equal to 0 for certain conditions, y of 0 equal to 0 and dy by dx of 0 equal to 8. So we need to find the solutions, right? Of course, already we have discussed first order differential equation, but it is called higher order differential equation, right? Because power 2 is d square. So logically higher order differential equation. In this case, we need to observe two basic points. D square y by dx square plus 2y by dx minus 3y equal to 0 is called higher order differential equation, but in this we have two categories. The output is equal to 0 is there, right? That's why it is called homogeneous equation. Yes sir. Then what about non-homogeneous equation? In the place of 0, if you have sin phi x hyperbolic functions or algebraic functions, in that case it can be called as non-homogeneous equation. So but unfortunately we have only homogeneous equation. So that's why whenever we have homogeneous equation in higher order differential equation, so we need to convert this one into auxiliary equation. So directly I can go for the solution, but you need to understand the one basic concept here. You need to go for the basic classes also. Better to watch basic classes, but don't worry, need not to worry, I can explain, don't worry. It can be higher order differential equation. Of course already is 2, there is another issue. So but how to solve? According to given conditions, we need to find the roots, right? So I want complete solution. So first of all, of course 2 marks question is there. First I can adjust it, don't confuse. First of all, we need to convert this one into auxiliary form, right? Auxiliary equation. Basic level thought process, don't confuse now. In the place of d square by dx square, I can put capital D for our comfort only. Capital D. It can be written as d square y also, right? Basic thought process. It can be taken as y2 also, y double dash also, for our comfort. Okay? Yes, I can replace it as d square y plus in the place of d by dx, forget about y. It can be 2dy, yes or no, 2dy plus 2dy minus 3y. Right? So if I take y common, it can become d square plus 2d minus 3 of y. This can be 0. Yes. If I get the differential equations like this, I need to convert into auxiliary equation. For our comfort only, don't confuse. How to convert into auxiliary equation? In the place of d and y, because there is no value for y, right? The complete value can be 0 or else y also, y could also 0, right? Logically y can be 0. We don't want. Forget about y. Okay? But whenever you have d square plus 2d minus 3, that should be converted into auxiliary equation. Don't confuse about scientific words. So we'll discuss it later. Better to go for the basic level classes. Don't miss. Okay? Fine. Now I need to convert it to auxiliary form. Take any constant value for your comfort. I can take it as what? M square for your comfort only. In the place of d, I can put m square plus 2m minus 3 equal to 0. This can be auxiliary form or auxiliary equation. Right, fine. M square minus 2m minus 3 equal to 0. By observing this one, what you can realize? It is looking like quadratic equation, right? Simple concept. So whenever we have differential equation, higher order differential equation, that should be homogeneous. So I need to convert into auxiliary form. I need to solve m. 6th class, 7th class, 8th class, sorry, how to solve quadratic equation? Of course, we have two or three ways. First one is what? Formula, minus b plus or minus root over b square minus 4ac. One more thing, factorization. It will be easy, right? For your comfort only, I can go for factorization process. Actually, we don't want a factorization procedure. It is only for kids actually. 7th class, 8th class students. Even though, don't worry. I can replace m square like this, right? M square. In the place of 2m, what you can put? Positive value should be there. I need to get 2. Okay. Fine, I can do like this. How? Plus 3m minus m. 3m minus m will be 2m. Minus 3 plus 3 into minus 1 will be minus 3, right? That's why minus 3 equal to 0. Then I can take m common. Actually, don't want to do like this for your comfort only. Okay? If I take m common for 2 terms, if I take m common, what can be the story? M plus 3. It can be, if I take m common, minus common, m plus 3, right? Individually, directly you can say m minus 1, m minus, if I take m plus 3 common, overall common, it will be m, here will be minus 1, right? M minus 1 is equal to For your comfort, don't confuse, is equal to 0. Then what about the m values now? What about the m values? M values, m can be minus 3. Don't confuse, m can be minus 3 or 1, positive 1. These are the roots I am getting. Right. These are not answer. It is not answer actually. This is the process we have. So whenever we have a differential equation, higher order differential equation that should be homogeneous, then we need to go for the auxiliary form. After getting auxiliary form, we need to get the answers. I mean roots. Okay. If it is order 2, 2 roots will be there. If it is order 3, 3 roots will be there, right? So according to power, we can decide, right? That is the basic. According to order, we can get the variables. That is another issue. Anyway, the roots are what? Minus 3 and 1. So whenever we have differential equation, higher order differential equation, so we should have 3 types. Here the roots are different, right? Let us know that it is m1, it can be m2. 2 different roots are there, right? So whenever we have 2 different roots, be careful. Whenever we have 2 different roots, whenever we have 2 different roots, we need to go for, actually the answer should be a complementary factor or complementary function. The outputs can be complementary functions. If it is homogeneous equation in higher order below complementary function, what are those? According to situation, m1 is not equal to m2. Below 2 different roots, right? That's why the first one, don't confuse. C1 into e power m1x plus C2 into e power m2x is equal to our root values, f(x) values. Simple concept. This is the basic idea, don't confuse. What is m1, m2? Different roots, right? For this auxiliary form, of course. Then what about second case? Whenever we have equal roots, if m1 is equal to m2, in that case, if m1 equal to m2, whenever we have 2 equal roots, in that case, C1 will be there. m1 equal to m2 means what? In the place of m1, m2, we can replace m, right? But don't do like that. C1 plus C2x into e power mx. This can be what? Same y of x value. When we can utilize this one? Whenever the roots are equal. But here we have 2 different roots, right? This is a basic concept. Of course, you have one doubt here. So if you don't have a roots, if you are getting complex numbers, in the place of minus b square minus 4ac, minus b plus r minus root over b square minus 4ac will be there, right? In that b square minus 4ac value, if I get negative value, that can be complex number, right? So whenever you have complex numbers or complex roots, just like alpha plus I beta. What is alpha here? Whenever you have complex numbers, in under 25 negative value, that can be complex number, right? One real value will be there and as well as one imaginary value will be there. In that case, the roots can be very important. Don't confuse all of you. So e power real number will be alpha, right? Alpha x into e power alpha x into, very important, C1, C2s are nothing but arbitrary constants. Don't confuse, it will be discussed later. Don't confuse. C1, C2 are not arbitrary constants. Okay, fine. C1 into cos beta x. Complex number should be replaced here. Plus C2 into sin beta x. Same beta value will be there. Beta will be replaced 2 times. Is equal to y of x. This is a basic concept here. Right? Okay, fine. If it is differential equation, higher order differential equation, if it is homogeneous, so we'll have complementary functions. What are those? First one, second one, third one. First one will be whenever the roots are different. Second one will be whenever the roots are equal. Third one will be whenever the roots are complementary. Complementary means what? How to split? It is not possible. Right? While splitting, it is not possible. In that case, it can be called as complementary. In that case, we can do like this. Okay, this is a basic concept. I think you get the comment, right? Okay, you will have one doubt here. If it is order 2, fine. What about order 3? If it is order 3, so what? Here we will have C1, C2. Whenever the roots are different, M1 is not equal to M2 is not equal to M3. In this case, C1 plus M1x, C2 e power M2x. In the same way, C3 e power M3x. Same concept. Then what about this one? In this case, if you have 3, C1 plus C2x plus C3x square will be there. Again, same M1 equal to M2 equal to M3. That's why you can replace it as M. Okay. X after that will have x square. If you have 4, x cube will be there again. Then what about this one? It is also same, alpha, beta again, gamma will be there. There is issue, we don't want. So here we have, unfortunately, we have only just like quadratic equation, right? I mean, second order differential equation. That's why you need not to worry. Fine. According to this situation, which one we can select here? The first one we can select, right? Yes, we can select first one. Why? Because m1 is not equal to m2. That's why. That's why. So what is our output? The output can be careful. I can select first one. Right. Ready? C1 e power m1 means minus 3x. Right? C2 e power m2 will be 1 only. That's why x is equal to y of x. That's it. This is a basic concept. Don't confuse all of you. Right? C1 e power minus 3x plus C2 e power x is equal to y of x. This is mark 1. According to our mindset, we got mark 1. So this is a total idea of a constant. Don't confuse. Don't confuse. Okay, fine. C1 e power minus 3x is there, C2 e power x is there. How to find C1, C2? Arbitrary constants. How to get arbitrary constants? We will have given rules, right? What is the rule we have? Y of 0 is equal to, come on, y of 0 is equal to 0. That is first case. Again we need to go for dy by dx. Very good. Dy by dx of 0 is equal to 8. According to these two conditions, I need to get C1 and as well as C2. That should be replaced. That's it. Nothing is there. Come again, come again. This is total introduction part. So whenever we have second order homogeneous equation, differential equation, these are the basic sources we have. According to that, I can decide the output here. So in your exam, if you have common on all this one, direct step will be this one, right? Direct step will after this one. Of course, to find the roots, need not to go for like this. Very simple technique is there here. M square plus 2m minus 3 is there. That's why I can split into plus 3 minus 2. Plus 3 minus 1. Plus 3 minus 1 will be 2. Plus 3 into minus 1 will be minus 3. That's why I can take directly plus 3 and minus 1. The sign should be changed. Minus 3 comes plus 1. This short way, this 10 seconds story. After solving this one, it can be 10 seconds, right? So fine. If you have good common and these all things, direct step is what? 10 to 15 seconds story for this one. Okay, now I can utilize these two conditions. First of all, I need to put x value as 0 for first condition. What can be our answer? Don't confuse all. So first equation can be, come on, y of 0. Y of 0 means what? In the place of x, we can put 0, right? Logically, y of 0 is equal to, be careful, C1 e power 0 plus, in the place of x, we will put 0, C2 power 0. It's clearly showing that y of 0 is nothing but what is given 0, right? In the place of y of 0, we can put equal to 0. This is first condition for your comfort. Okay, 0 is equal to, come on, C1 plus C2. It's clearly showing that C1 is equal to minus C2. C1 is equal to minus C2. This is first story. Okay. This total calculation will be in 10 seconds. But we should have command and subject. There is another issue. Okay. Fine. Then what about dy by dx of 0 equal to 8? In this place, we need to go for the differentiation for this one, right? Okay. Whenever according to basic rule, no? If d by dx of e power x is there, what is our answer? E power x. If d by dx of e power 5x is there, in this case, first of all we need to put e power 5x directly. Again we need to apply derivation, right? So d by dx of 5 should be taken. D by dx of 5x should be, this will be different story. It will be discussed later. So it can become 5x, logically 5 into e power 5x. That's it. Okay. If it is e power x, directly answer will be e power x only. If it is 5x, 5 into e power x. In the same way, according to this mindset, we need to apply the differentiation for all the total equation, right? Come on, C1 will be same, minus 3 will be downside. Come on, minus 3 into e power minus 3x, okay, plus, don't confuse, but in the place of x, what we need to put here? 0, right? 0, according to the given condition. The same way, second one, so of course C1 will be there, don't confuse now. Here below C1, minus 3, C1, minus 3 to the power of 0. In the place of x, we need to put 0, right? After applying differentiation, we need to put 0. That's it. After applying differentiation, we need to put 0. That's a basic concept, don't confuse. Fine. Then what about next one? C2. C2 will be there. But unfortunately 1. That's why don't worry. Come on. 1 means answer can be C2 into e power x will be e power 0, right? E power 0. But this total value can be equated to 8. This is equation number 1. This can be equation number 2. Okay, fine. E power 0 will be 0. Logically, this total value, e power 0 always 1. E power 0 always 1. That's why. E power 0 always 1. That's why C1 plus C2 will be there. The same way, e power 0, 1, 1. Minus 3, 1 plus C2. Minus 3C1 plus C2 will be there, right? Minus 3C1 plus C2 is equal to 8. According to first equation, in the place of, for your comfort, in the place of C1, what you can put? Minus C2. Okay, in the place of C1, I can put minus C2. Minus C2 means minus of minus plus 3C2, right? Plus 3C2. Okay, it will become, according to this one, it will be plus 3C2 plus C2 is equal to 8. According to that, C2 will be 3C2 plus C2, 4C2. 4C2 means C2 will be 2. Yes, 8 by 4, 2. Yes, I got C2 as 2. If C2 as 2, C2 as 2, in the place of C2, we can put minus 2. C1 will be minus 2. C1 will be minus 2. Basic idea. This is our final conclusion. In the place of C2, I need to put 2. In the place of C1, I need to put minus 2. That's it. That can be our answer. So what is our actual equation is this one, right? Just replace here. Come on. What is our final output? Don't confuse. Our final output can be. Come on. In the place of C1, what you can put? Minus 2. Okay. Minus 2 into e power minus 3x. C2 means 2, right? Plus 2 into e power x. C2 e power x. So according to the given options, the best option will be minus will be common. I can take 2 common. That's why if I take 2 common, come on, 2 into, first of all I can write this one, right? E power x, right? There will be a negative value. That's why it will be second time. Minus e power minus 3x. That's it. This can be our output. Clear cut story, right? So of course for 2 marks we need to do like this, right? But don't confuse. The total explanation is only for the idea. But the direct steps are what? By observing this one directly, you can go for this one directly. M1 will be minus 1, M2 will be plus 1. After reading this value in 10 seconds, you can go for directly this one. We have 2 different conditions. What are those? Y of 0 equal to 0 and dy by dx of 0 equal to 8. So after getting this equation according to the situation, we need to apply the differentiation also, and we need to put the place of x 0 also. So first equation will be there as well as differential. Second equation will be there. In this both cases, I can find C1, C2 values directly can substitute in the y of x value. That's it. Nothing is there. Very interesting, right? This is a basic concept. Don't confuse now. Very easy. Better to share to your friends also. My suggestion is what? If you are very weak in mathematics, or just like of course we have Corona situation also, right? Few years back. In that case, you don't have a command and subject. That's why better to watch basic level videos. After that, you can go for the higher level. Okay? Don't confuse now. My perception is what? Better to share your funds. What is our target? Engineering, mathematics, and general aptitude. Maximum we can get 28 to 29 marks, or roughly we can take 30 marks. Our target is 30 marks in GATE 2025. Clear cut story, right? Now we can go for the next question. Don't worry.